Hey, what's up everybody? Mitch here with the Fit for Moto and the Fit for Moto Academy. Thanks for checking out another video. As you guessed it, we are back at the track, which means it is a wicked day. Here's the thing, I got thinking about something that I wanted to share with you that I think is going to help improve you as a rider, make you a little faster, make you a little safer. And the thing I want to talk about is sometimes going faster means reading the track, reading the dirt and the lines ahead of you at a faster rate. Think about this for a second. If you're cruising along and you're reading the track and you're reading the lines, that's cool, right? Now you've probably heard lots, and if you haven't, you should have. You probably heard lots, look further ahead, right? So if you're entering a corner, you want to start to look at the exit of the corner. If you ever learned how to ride in through ruts, we know that don't look over the front fender, don't look down the front fender, you want to try and look at the end of the rut or look through the rut. If you end up looking too close to the front of your fender, you're probably going to end up getting cross-rutted, you're going to crash and all that kind of stuff. So you've probably heard that lots, you need to look further ahead. Now, when it comes to reading the terrain, one of the things that I've found is the faster guys, the safer guys, their ability to read the terrain at a faster rate becomes pretty apparent. And here's how I know this to be true. So recently I took up some woods riding, and that's pretty new to me. But one of the things that I'm finding is because I'm not used to riding in the woods and hitting trees and roots and all these types of things, I'm not reading the ground at a fast enough rate. So what I mean by that is, like, I'll be going through the trees and I'm looking like 15 to 20 feet ahead of my bike because I'm looking at that root or that tree or something, because I'm still learning how the bike's going to react to that terrain. Does that make sense? So as we apply that to motocross, well, I'm so used to this that my ability to read the terrain at a faster rate is way through the roof compared to my ability when I'm out in the trees, because that's such a new skill set to me. So, like I said, that got me thinking about when I'm out at the track, how can I relay that to you to help you gain some speed? There are a couple things that come to mind right off the bat that I think are going to help you a little bit get a little faster and for sure a little safer, because your ability to read the terrain makes your ability to react to what the bike is doing change, and that makes you safer, right? So the first thing that comes to mind is when you're going around the track, a lot of times people will stick to that main line that they're always in, the safe line. They know exactly what the dirt's going to do, all that stuff, and that's cool. But what I want you to do is don't focus on being the fast guy. Don't focus on trying to push your speed. Don't focus on any of that. What I want you to do is I want you to take all those lines that are uncomfortable to you. Okay, so if you're coming across the track and there's, let's say there's big braking bumps, or there's, you know, that big chunk of dirt, or there's something about the opposite line that you're in that's making you a little nervous, I want you to take that line. And here's why. As you take those lines or hit those different obstacles that make you nervous, your mind is making data files. Your mind is acknowledging what the bike is going to do when you hit those things. So again, relaying that back to just riding in the woods for me, as I hit those different root sections, as I hit different trees, every time I hit one, my mind is going, oh, okay, that's what the bike is going to do when I hit that. So as we relay that back to motocross, every time you hit those little sections that you're not sure of and you go outside of the lines that people are normally taking, you don't have to go fast, but you're building data files to say, this is how the bike is going to react. This is how the bike is going to behave when I hit those things. So as you start picking up speed and you do this more and more and more, as you're looking ahead, your body will just naturally look at those different things and go, been there before, done that. I know how the bike's going to react to those different things. So that's going to help big time with your ability to read the terrain faster. Now, number two, I just touched on it before, but looking ahead. And I know I touched on it with reading ruts and all that kind of stuff, but one of the big things is for newer riders, not only do they not look far enough ahead, but when you look further ahead, you'll be able to see that little obstacle that makes you uncomfortable, it's kind of weird for you. Again, that could be a clump of dirt, that can be a big braking bump, there can be something about that line that you don't like. Once you go over those a couple times and you're looking further ahead, you've got more time to think about what's going to happen. Now, you may not consciously think about this, but subconsciously, as you do it over and over and over, you're building those neural pathways for your mind to say, oh, I see this, I don't know. I see this stick coming, right? Now, picture this being a bigger stick, but I see this stick coming and I've hit it before. That's totally cool. So if it's on the track and you hit it, your mind, even though you might not be thinking about this consciously, your mind is going to say, I've been there, I've hit this before, not gonna be a problem, we're gonna roll right over that. So your ability to read the terrain is a little faster. Now, like I said, this totally applies across any sort of dirt biking stuff, whether that's woods, whether that's on the track, but that is definitely something that I picked up on from my personal experience. Your ability to read that terrain changes big time from the faster guys to the slower guys. And you can even watch some of the Eli Tomeks or some of the really fast guys. Yes, they have an ability to control the bike better, but you can tell that they're reading that terrain differently. And how do I know that? Well, just by the sheer speed they're going over it. They're not just sending it over the terrain and hoping that they get lucky. They've hit that enough times, they've been over that type of terrain enough times to know what the bike's going to do, right? And they're also looking far enough ahead that their ability to read that, and then their body just reacts to it without even thinking about it. So that's it, man. That's the tip for this video. Apply those two things. Get into some uncomfortable stuff. Again, don't worry about being fast, okay? Now, if you're new to this, I do have a Patreon account where I will give you some tips on how you can actually incorporate this. I'll give you a plan. So if you're not in the Patreon account, head to the website, hit up the Patreon. There are new, access to lots of videos and stuff like that the normal YouTube channel doesn't get, where I'll give you a plan on how to apply this stuff into your daily riding so you can start to apply it, and it'll make you safer and faster. So if you're not already there, I encourage you to head to fitformoto.com, fitformoto.com, check it out, and look, make friends in the comments, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But try this out. I want to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. Let me know, have you tried this? Is it working? Do you understand what I mean? So when you're out, think about that for a sec. Just think about, as you're reading a terrain, is it helping you at all? And let me know. And that's it, man. If you're in the Patreon, I'll see you on the other side. And if not, I'll see you in the next video.